Well, good afternoon. My name is Eric Q, the scruffy dude in the middle of your computer screen or your cellular device or your cell phone, or some of you, your iPhone watch or your iWatch or your Samsung, or maybe I'm lucky enough that you have your YouTube and or the Facebook casted to your TV. If so, what's happening? I haven't done a live recording in quite some time because, quite honestly, I've been really busy and I haven't been able to fit it in. However, I'm doing one now because I want to get you guys caught up. So the title of this one is called Just a Recap. And I'm going to take the next few minutes to try to catch you guys up on some of the things that I have been up to since my last live recording. Some of the things, some changes that I've had to make in my life, and I'll let you know what's going on as far as me and chronic kidney disease, CKD. So, once again, my name is Eric Q, formerly Easy E, now just Eric, and welcome to the show. The last time I spoke with you guys, I think I was on a little bit of a break from my current occupation. I worked for a large college here in the state of South Carolina. In fact, I worked for the largest college here in the state of South Carolina. That should tell you pretty much where I worked for. And when I was working, before I went on my break for the summer, I was working approximately 32 to 36 hours a week over the course of 4 days. And it was really easy for me to get these recordings in because, again, I was working just enough to keep myself going, but more importantly, I have a little free time after dialysis, which, of course, I attend Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So it was pretty easy to get these recordings in. Since my last live recording, things have changed as far as my work schedule. Yes, I'm still working. In fact, my intent was to do a recording after I got off work last Wednesday. More on that in a moment. So you could see that not only am I still battling chronic kidney disease like the warrior, but I'm still working. And I am going to, at some point, do a recording in full war regalia. But again, things got in the way and I just couldn't get to it. So I'm doing the Saturday recording just to let you guys know that, yes, I'm still here. Yes, I'll still answer your questions if you have them. If you're watching me on Facebook or if you're watching me on the YouTube, inbox me on Facebook, send me a comment on YouTube. And also, I do some stuff on the TikTok too. So if you want to, talk to me through the TikTok, you can do that as well. In fact, I think I should do a video for TikTok separately. So since my work schedule changed, I was working Tuesdays, Thursdays, and every weekend, so I could go to dialysis Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays unencumbered. Well, unfortunately, things have changed, and your humble author does have to eat at least once or twice a week. So I had to change my schedule a little bit. So I now work Monday through Friday. And the hours fluctuate. Mondays and Wednesdays are a set schedule. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays are a set schedule. But what really has changed is my dialysis schedule. Now, in order to accommodate my dialysis, or to even get dialysis, I now have to be in the chair at 5:45 a.m. so I can try to get to work. And then I work a pretty long, to me, a long length of time after dialysis, sometimes up to 8 hours after I do a full treatment. Now, this is something that I just started to do in the last couple of weeks. And let me be honest with you, it's been about the toughest thing I've ever done. I've always worked after dialysis, but I never worked a full shift after dialysis. It was usually 3, 4. I think the longest I would work was 5 hours after dialysis. There was a point where I would go to school after dialysis, but, that was tough too, because some of the classes are, an hour to an hour and a half long, and then on those days where I had two classes, I leave dialysis and basically be in school for, 4 or 5 hours. So, but now working from, let's say 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., after full dialysis treatment, it just wipes me out. So it's been really hard for me to get to these to the recording. And then if people around me know, I tend to work out Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. My workouts are pretty intense too. And of course, I'm still working Tuesdays and Thursdays. So by the time I get finished with with 2 hours of cardio and then the actual training of my body, I might not get home till late. So a podcast is kind of the last thing I've been able to. But today, I just told myself I'm going to do a recording. So you guys know what I got going on. So again, Mondays, 5:45 to 9:45, just the treatment. Then, of course, anybody on dialysis know, you have to be taken off the machine. You have to hold your site because I don't have a catheter. I use a fistula, which means you have to pull the needles out. And you have to have a little time to make sure that you're not going to bleed out. So that takes a little time. So I usually don't leave the clinic till about 10:15, 10:20, and sometimes a little longer, especially if my blood pressure is running a little low. And that tends to happen since I'm hypotensive anyway. So I might not get to work till a little after 11, but I still have to work all the way to 8 p.m. So let's just say I am tired. Same thing happens on Wednesday. Friday's not as bad because Friday I usually get to work about 11 and get off at 3, but then I got to come home and do my cheat stuff and all that. Tuesdays and Thursdays I usually work from 7 to 3, and then I have about a 3-hour gym session once I get to the gym, sometimes longer. So I still get up, get home to. Like I was saying earlier, the days are pretty long, and it's been hard for me to get to this. And then I've been working another little part-time job on Saturdays, so it's just been hectic, but I haven't forgot about you guys. And of course, chronic kidney disease never forgets about me or you. So still fighting, still battling it. Excuse me. And I'm doing the best that I can. Now, I was telling you earlier that I had to change my chair time because at one point in time, my chair time was, what was my chair time? Now it seems like it's been so long. I think it was like 7:10, I think 6:50, 7:10. Seems like it's been forever. But now my chair time is 5:45. So I still get the same days, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but I have to go in even earlier. Like I said, not only am I working Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I'm also working on Friday. So that's made it difficult. But before I could get to the 5:45 chair time, I was having some problems with another clinic here in the Columbia, South Carolina metropolitan area. I'm not going to call its name. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. I was trying to transfer to this clinic so I could have a better, transition between dialysis and work. Well, that never happened. So one of the things that happened was I actually missed a couple of treatments, which anybody with that on dialysis knows that's never a good thing. Missing one treatment a month. I think I just read this. Don't hold me to this. I didn't actually do any research for this podcast, but I'm pretty sure I read missing one treatment a month can shorten your lifespan by 30%. So considering chronic kidney disease can shorten your life anyways, you don't need to add anything to that. But I ended up missing a couple treatments. I ended up gaining a little weight from fluid, which I'm still battling, to be honest with you, because once you get behind, it's pretty hard to catch back up. And one of the things that I want to, tell you people out there on dialysis or headed down the road dialysis, you never want to miss your treatment. All kind of complications happen from there. For the one thing, you tend to get just really sick, which luckily I'm a little stronger than most, so I really didn't get sick. But I ended up putting on some pounds that it has taken me really to this day to get off. I mean, it took me weeks to get back to and I'm still not where I want to be because I ended up gaining a little weight from another issue anyways. But I'm putting on some weight. But the real critical thing was I ended up in fluid overload, and trying to counteract the fluid overload. In dialysis, they have a treatment called sequential, which basically just draws just the fluid. Doesn't put anything back. It's not accounting for your metrics or anything. They're just trying to get toxins, fluid, pretty much whatever they can get out. Well, the good part about that is you may end up getting some weight off, but the bad part is because they're not balancing anything, They're not taking account of your electrolytes, i.e., your potassium, your calcium, um, fluid levels, things of that nature. You're just drawing it out of you. You could end up in an electrolyte imbalance. If you go back and look through some of my other shows, you'll see where I was talking about fluid overload. You'll see where I was talking about uh, electrolyte imbalances, too much potassium, too much calcium, too little potassium, too little calcium, too many sodium. And I had a real bad treatment. I mean, cramps. I looked like a pretzel. My hands were literally doing like this right here. I had no control over them. I felt really bad. My face was coated with sweat. And all that happened just in the one treatment due to a fluid imbalance. An electrolyte imbalance. And that was not even a full treatment because I was having problems getting to my treatments. I didn't even get the full 4 hour treatment. I think it was like a 2.5 hour treatment. It did me just that bad. So the moral of this story is you want to keep up with your treatments. Work is important if you still work, but your treatment is even more important than work. Now, here's the thing. It wasn't that I had to go to work and then go to treatment. I couldn't get the treatment. The clinic that I was trying to get to did not accommodate my wishes and requests. Now, I am going to call one clinic's name just because. North Star, or Fresenius North Star, here in South Carolina, were very accommodating with me. Anything that happened to me was not their fault, and they went out of the way to accommodate, and still do. So if anybody from Fresenius North Star is listening to this, or anybody that goes to Fresenius North Star, you need to give them a clap because they did that, okay? They got me back on track. Everything's good. My metrics are back on. I'm pretty close to what I'm supposed to be as far as my weight, and I can reconcentrate on getting back to the weight that I want to be at, okay? So, everything's good. But that just goes to show you everything that I was talking about. I wasn't just reading off a script. If you don't go to your dialysis treatments, things happen. One treatment miss can be the difference between you being healthy and somebody, standing over you saying words. So go to your treatments, do what you're supposed to do. But more importantly, if you're going to your treatments, watch your fluid, okay? Watch your diet. Don't go crazy. Now, you can live your life and you can have, we just had a holiday, so a lot of people did some things, and that's expected. But any other time, you need to watch that fluid, watch that ice, stay away from that Kool-Aid, watch that salt. And since we're on the subject, it's hot out there. Try to keep yourself as cool as possible because people will walk up to you and tell you to be hydrated and all that good stuff, but that's not really the thing for a person on chronic kidney disease. The last thing you want to do is tell a person with chronic kidney disease, you hydrate yourself, because to be honest with you, that's not an easy thing for us to do, especially if you no longer urinate. So my thing is, and I'm not a trained professional, I can't tell you, I just have to live with this thing every day. The best thing that you could do is try to avoid the heat to begin with, because if you're not hot, then you don't get the psychosomatic issue going on where you need to drink. Stay inside. Don't worry about staying hydrated. Just stay inside. If you don't have to go out, just don't go out. Just walking to the car could be too much for you. So if you don't have to go to dialysis, don't go. And then if you feel like if you need to go early in the morning or go later in the evening. It's like 96 degrees where I am right now, and I'm sitting in the AC because I've done what I needed to do. I got my sweat on because that's what I do. I use that to help control my fluid, but everybody can't do what I do. So I'm just saying, stay indoors to begin with. Don't worry about munching on ice. Just stay indoors. Sit in front of the AC if you have to. Sit in front of the fan if you have to. If you're having problems, cooling yourself, I got a couple of resources. Hit me on the Facebook or in the TikTok or on the YouTube. I can try to direct you to some avenues to help keep yourself. Because like I said, hydration is important for most of us, but for people like me, you have to find other ways versus hydration. So, but like I said, I wanted to let you guys know that if you stay vigilant, you can stay healthy. I had a pretty good workout session today, and then I had to jump on the city bus and go across town to go to Walmart. Then I had to walk through Walmart, then walk my groceries home. I can do all of this. But like I said, this is what I can do. You can't do what I can do, but what you can do is keep yourself as healthy as possible. Keep yourself as healthy as you can. Keep yourself as strong as possible. This is one of the things you can do. Like I said, I just wanted to let you guys know out there. I know it's hard, and you don't want to go to your treatments, but trust me, if you don't have any real physical obstruction to getting to your dialysis, and you don't have a clinic telling you that you got a chair, but yet when you get there, you don't have the chair, go to your treatments. We had an issue last Friday where they had an issue and we couldn't get started on time. Several people left, but I did not leave because I need my treatment. Even though work is an issue, the dialysis comes even before my job. Like I was saying earlier, I didn't go to treatment because of work. I didn't go to treatment because the place I needed to go did not accommodate me. And I ended up having to backtrack to the clinic that would. But other than that, I don't miss my treatments. You really shouldn't. You shouldn't either. So I wanted to fill you guys in on that. Like I said, the dangers of fluid overload, the dangers of electrolyte imbalance, how dangerous they can be. Because again, I just suffered from cramps. I just suffered from a little bloating. Some people have heart attacks. Well, that's the most extreme case. Heart attacks and strokes. Some people vomit. Some people get sick. Some people get nauseous. Some people black out because they're pulling too much. There's a lot of things that can happen from just missing a treatment or two, So you don't want to miss your treatment, nor do you want to cut them short. I missed the treatment, and then I had a couple of short treatments, got me in some serious trouble. And I'm pretty healthy as far as chronic kidney disease patients go. So if you're not in the condition that I am, just cutting your treatments or just missing a treatment, you may not be able to be around to see this podcast anymore. And I want the millions and zillions of people who are watching to keep on watching. All right. So that catches me up as far as what I got going on. Some people around me, the lovely Shatera, she's been battling her chronic kidney disease. Some days are good, some days are not good, but she's not with us this weekend, so I'm saying hello, Shatera. She's on an excursion. I'll just leave it at that, and I hope all is well, and I hope she's safe. I'm not so sure who's watching this one right now because I can't really tell, but it's Whitney. If you're out there, hello. Drop me a line if you could. I think Whitney's doing pretty good. Had a talk with Chef Woods earlier. Unfortunately, he had a luncheon today, but he had to cancel it through no fault of his own. He went to a place, T's Game Room in Delhi on Two Notch Road. For some odd reason, it was canceled today. So if anybody out there knows why T's was canceled, get in touch with me, and also and if you know Chef Woods through dialysis or through my page or through my Facebook, let him know because he was in the dark. He actually showed up and they weren't open, so and he hasn't gotten a response. So if anybody has any information about why T's Game Room Delhi on Two Notch Road was closed, let us know. Also on August, I think it's the 23rd, but don't hold me to it. He's having a cookout. If you want more information, again, drop me a line at the Facebook or on the TikTok or on the YouTube. Use your Google device to look up all that, and I'll get you some information about the cookout. He's definitely doing something for the chronic kidney disease community, and so we definitely want to support him the best that we could. And since we're also talking about Chef Woods, he has the upcoming production in September. Those of us that go to dialysis, he's going to offer us discounted tickets to his production. I don't know exactly what the production is. I should have that information next week, and I'll try to have a more timely broadcast to let you guys know what it is. But he tends to do dinner theater, if you're interested in that type of thing, murder mystery type of thing. I've been to 2 so far, and they are intriguing. they're definitely intriguing. And it usually has a theme. Like one of them had a '70s Soul Train thing. It was pretty cool. I actually enjoyed it. So that's what Chef Woods got, has going on. Like I said, I got my a little workout regimen going on. I'm at a Planet Fitness near you a couple of days out of the week. Actually, not too long ago, left Planet Fitness. You want to get in on some of these workouts and get that good sweat going, drop me a line at the Facebook. And while you're dropping me a line, like me on Facebook, subscribe on the YouTube, and if you see my TikTok thing, like that too. Forward as much as you can as well, because I'm be honest with you, I need the exposure. I want to get. I'm trying to get the word out, not just about chronic kidney disease, but just about increased health. Period, because we need to do better. As far as our health, especially those of us who already have health problems. And let's be honest with you, who doesn't? I hear a lot of people out there complaining about their issues, and even though I have chronic kidney disease and go to dialysis 3 days a week, they're actually worse off than me. But the reason why they're worse off is because they're not taking the time to go to the doctor to see what's going on. I'm not saying that the doctor's end all be all, but he opens the book that you need to continue to research on. Second of all, you have to be an advocate for yourself. Doctor could tell you that you're not healthy, but you need to know that you're not. You need to find out why you're not. And then finally, advocate for yourself. You can get up. I'm not saying go out here and walk 2 miles like I do, although you can. But, walk around. Those of you that live close to a mall or something, nobody's shopping at the malls hardly anymore. Drive that fancy BMW to the mall, park in the handicap spot, and then, walk around the mall for a little bit, walk around Walmart for a little bit, do something. It's really hot outside, so I can't say you should be doing, but you can, do something. $10 a month, well, 15 now, Planet Fitness just went up. $15 a month and you go to the gym. If you live in an apartment complex, they have treadmills there. We as people need to do something. Now, I'm doing all I can do, but I can't do it for you. And all I can say is do what you can do. It starts here. It starts here. And then, but it stops here. Stop talking about it. Just do it. Like I said, I have kidney disease, and I have had kidney disease for quite some time. I may have kidney disease for the rest of my life, but I don't let it get in the way. Trust me, it's always on my mind because it's a struggle, it's a hassle, but I don't let it stop me. And unless you're just physically unable, and sometimes that happens, but even if you're physically, there's still things you can do. I actually have a thing that I do every morning in the bed before I get up because I couldn't walk. And just that little bit of exercise keeps your heart healthy and actually helped me get up out of the bed and on my own 2 feet and out here in these streets doing what I do every day. So, and if you want to find out about that, again, like me on Facebook, subscribe on the YouTube, check me out on the TikTok, drop me a line and I'll tell you about it. So, but that really was just all I had on my mind. I wanted to give a shout out to Chef, to the chef for trying to, do something for us. I want to give a shout out to Shatera for fighting a good fight, Whitney for fighting a good fight. Anybody out there, you drop me a line, you want me to give you a shout out, I'd be more than happy to. I just want to get you guys, caught up and let you know what's going on. But more importantly, stress the importance of keep your doctor's appointments, go to dialysis, take care of yourself. That's what I'm saying. I want to end this by saying my name is Eric Q. I'm here for you. Ask me whatever question, and it doesn't necessarily have to be about health or kidney disease. If you want to ask about your 69 Chevelle, in fact, I want you to ask me about the 69 Chevelle so we can talk about it. Just ask me a question. If I don't know the answer, I'll find it. If I don't have the answer, can't find the answer, I'll try to direct you to somebody who might have the answer. So on that word, stay strong, stay healthy. Those of you who are not that have kidney disease, if you don't have kidney disease, if you don't have an acute kidney injury, stay hydrated, stay safe, and goodbye.